Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So the day we have been waiting for is finally here. Digimon Collab is live on global server and we have an early video to show you just how this event is going to be working. Now there are a couple of different things going on in the event. Number one, you're going to be getting these things for free. One copy of Yamato and Taichi with their Digimon, of course, and then some recruitment tickets. You also have Delicious Break, which honestly, this is not... I did play through on my other account just to get a feel for what the events are like. This is a very mindless sort of match 2 event. Like, basically, like, I don't know if you've played any children's games before. It's basically like that. You have to memorize the location of the different things, and that also makes it... Oh, it does give you a hint after you fail too many times. So you can actually just keep spamming it even if you're not really paying attention, and then it is going to help you out, so I guess that is fine. But anyway guys, I'm not going to really play through this. You can do that at your own pace. It's going to unlock every day, different number are going to unlock, and eventually you can get all these rewards from doing that. But that's kind of like on the side, because the major event which is actually going on is the Path of Discipline. Okay, so first of all, go to your challenge missions, make sure you're doing this daily. If you take a look at the daily quest, log in once per day, claim instant AFK rewards, claim favor from your friends. You're going to already get 6 of these limited training tickets and 30 of these limited training medals. So we're going to go ahead and claim all of that right now. And in the special, you can get more from special quests when you progress high for far enough in the combat drills. Before we go into the combat drills, there is this one, which is just basically the story. I'm not going to show this because in case you guys actually want to watch it, it's going to unlock again every day. More of the story is going to unlock. This is just for some other bonus rewards, again, kind of independent from the main bulk of this. Now, combat drills, this is going to be the main portion of the event. So you're going to have your 2 Digimon, Agumon and Gabumon. You're going to be able to train them and level them up as you progress through this basically board game, but also you will just have to go push through here and clear these stages, and that is going to allow you to progress and get all of your rewards. So this guy, you guys, if you've played any collab in the past, you know this board game. We had it for the Marcel and Laos collab last, and that's why I still even have Marcel positioned here. But basically, there are going to be records to help you clear it as easy as possible. This first stage is not hard at all, like people are using even Valen. The interesting thing is your Digimon are automatically fielded. Now, I do have one copy of both of the 2 Digimon, so I don't know if that's somehow related to this. Yeah, he's just demolishing. War Greymon is putting in the work. But yeah, hopefully you guys will have these fielded. Otherwise, once you get one copy, they're all going to be boosted up to Supreme Plus Ascension in this game mode. Like, I can show that to you because my Kazim is only legendary, but he's boosted up to Supreme Plus +5 exclusive equipment. Anyway, you guys can just copy the records. I would recommend you copy like a stronger record just to make your life easier, or you can just run your team. I'm gonna show you some different team options. But what we can see already is Gabumon has difficulty surviving, whereas Agumon has much an easier time to survive. So there we go, some nice tokens. So this is going to be a resource stage. Resource stage is going to grant you bonus of these, basically, limited training manuals and limited energy biscuit. Now, these are rewards. However, how these games work, if you guys don't know, the higher progress you go in the resource stages and the higher stages of the event board, they're going to give you more resources, and you have a limited number of training tickets. So it'll be better for you to save your training tickets, not use them on the early resource stages, save them for a future day. That's probably what I'm going to do. So we just got some free stuff over here. Move on to 1-4. Okay guys, I think it's time to make an actual decent team because these record teams are kind of like trolling right now. Okay, so how can we do it? Well, definitely if you have Freerin, I mean, I would definitely say go for a Freerin, Theodore boosting Freerin comp. Like, we already know how strong this is. Can you get rid of these? You can't. Okay, so these are permanently going to be here. Let's just put the Theodore up front. And as for the artifact, I mean, a lot of artifacts can be decent. I think we'll go for Wingard spell, always a good option. And let's go ahead and position, yeah, something like this, okay? Theodore, Freer, and Ravion, that's definitely going to be a good option. And having the Gabumon position in the back, it gives him that survivability. Because he's a mage, I guess that's kind of the reason why he's having that survival issues. So yeah, I think this is a good team that you can run. Oh, they've mispositioned me again, so we'll have to modify that. But yeah, Wingard spell, Theodore Freeman, that should get the job done along with assist heroes. Now you have some challenge stages. These can be a little bit difficult, and they do tell you like recommendations of the amount of training you should put into your Digimon before attempting here. So you don't have to take this on right now, but honestly, I think... Wait, where did my Agumon go? Where did the Agumon go? Okay. So I guess you don't have to use them in this the challenge stage if you don't want to. But let's try using them and see how this is going to work. With the Theodore Freeman combo, is it enough? No, look at this. See, they're strong. But this... well, maybe we're going to be fine. But the strength... The War Greymon is like an insane tank. Once he digivolves, he has great survivability and he has his damage. But like, he's really interesting as a tank option. And then Freeman just keeps bursting off in the back. So yeah, I mean, when you get higher trained though, these are going to be even easier. So you don't have to do it right now. And then you'll have these encounter stages. So what the recommendation actually is to do your board game pushing for the day before you actually claim any of your daily stuff. I actually made a mistake because we claimed favor from our friends. Sometimes that is one of the encounter conditions. I hope that's not going to be this one, because then you're going to be gated until tomorrow. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but there's just some, like, you know, minor things that I have to talk about. Okay, so let's just keep going with our Theodore Freeman comp, putting in the work. You can also use, like, Gunnar Gwyneth comp, basically, as effectively, or Hugin Gwyneth even if needed. Theodore Freeman is just probably the better option, assuming you have that. Why is my Agumon now in the back? Agumon should be in the front. I really like the tankiness of War Greymon. He seems like an unbreakable force when he digivolves. I think that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I feel like War Greymon. I mean, War Greymon is a fan favorite Digimon, and when we can derive from all the fan favorites in the past collabs, those have actually been the more meta heroes. Like, you know, we had Marcel be more meta than Laios because she was kind of more favored. Natsu is more meta than Lucy because well, actually, I can't even say that, but for PvP, Natsu was more meta. Freeman was more meta than Himmel because Freeman is the main character. Okay, we can move on to Adventure Board 2 already, if you want to, but let's take a look at this encounter. Hopefully it's not something... Increase Yamato and Gabumon's affinity by 100. We can do that as well, so that's no problem. You're going to see the resource stage over here again. This is going to give some resources, but better to use it, if you even want to use your tokens today. Better to use it on Adventure Board 2. So let's go ahead and just keep clearing to Adventure Board 2, because you might as well do this. They keep putting Gabumon in the front for some reason. The cards are stacked against us. They don't want us to succeed, right? Putting our mage right up in the front. But yeah, why do they keep putting Gabumon front? I think this is maybe a bit of a programming thing, because like they just consider both of the Digimon as equal or something. And like, even though they're not minding the Digimon in their place that I actually had them positioned in, they're just kind of swapping between the two of them. Okay, I think, you know, a way we can actually deal with this is, what if we go like this? Because then at least they're going to be out of the central zone, right? No matter, even if they're in the front or back here, it won't really matter if like they keep swapping between each other. No, he keeps going up front. Okay, Gabumon does what he wants to do. Let Gabumon die, it's fine. This is basically his punishment for not obeying us, not listening to orders. And anyway, I'm more of a fan of War Greymon right now. Anyway, so encounter, complete one Dreamon battle. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be another encounter. Got this reminder. And yeah, you're just going to keep clearing. You can save the challenge battles until you do your training. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. We did showcase one challenge battle, but it was difficult. And that was the first one. They're only going to get more difficult from here. And that's where the training of your Digimon is going to come into play. So, because even though you guys might be thinking, well, why am I showing all this adventure board? It's just I want to clear it to the highest point we can for the adventure. I think that will be 210. I don't think chapter 3 will be unlocked on the first day. Usually they do unlock these chapters like every 24 hours or something. They don't like to have like so much of the content clearable really early on. I like how Melogarumon does the spin after the backflip after we win. I mean, overall, obviously I'm a fan of both Melogarumon and War Greymon. I'm just honestly sad that there's no tribute to Omnimon, like having them, you know, fusion, DNA, Digivolve together. Okay, we ran into a tough one. We may need some training. We probably will need some training, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and we got an encounter here, which is going to be Infinity of Tai Chi. Okay, so in the Resource 2 stage, you guys are going to see more resources, slightly more resources, and that's why saving for a later stage is probably going to be good. Adventure 3 is going to unlock in the future, so what we're going to do now is we are going to use our stuff. We're going to try to train up our Digimon. Now, here is the fun mini game. Okay, okay. The training can only be done after using some resource stage. This item that we have here, limited training medal, I think that's for the shop. And these vouchers are for the resource stages. So if we want to do any of our training, we're gonna have to actually, we're gonna have to actually do some of these resource stages. So just to show you guys how training is gonna work, I'm gonna have to do a couple of these. I guess I'll do maybe like, okay, the first time you'll actually have to clear it, but then you can sweep after that, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, we will do a couple, maybe like 3 sweeps of this or something. I don't know exactly how much we need. Maybe we can start off with just 1 sweep of both of them. We'll do 1 of both of them on this higher chapter 2, and then we're going to try to do the training. We're going to see how much the cost is of the training. I think you can do training 5 times per day or something. I briefly did take a look at it. So now we have training materials for both of them. Let's go ahead and look at the training. Now here's how training is going to work. There's a couple of things you want to pay attention to. Number 1 is your stats. That is important. Number 2 is your potential skill. So this blue number here is going to be actually your potential skill. And look at this. Limited energy biscuit. Yeah, even 90 is enough to do multiple trainings. You can use resets as well, daily if needed. You can reset 5 times per day, and there's actually going to be a yellow tier of skill as well, which is higher quality than this. 30 is not bad, and purple is kind of still better than blue quality. That's what I found so far. But you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the skill potential, trying to unlock this. Even though it's not going to increase any of my other stats, I just have a feeling that this is going to be... Maybe oh, nice. We got a yellow tier. As you guys see here, it's going to give nice stats and also 20 of the skill potential. I am definitely going to go ahead and pick that. It's going to cost 20 though, which is fine. Oh, another one. We're getting lucky. We got another 20, and this is going to be another 40 skill potential. We're going to get some more stats here. You want to pick up the highest rarity ones that drop always. Let's try that on Gabumon too. Okay, we got a legendary. We got a nice legendary here with a lot of stats, but I'm gonna go more for this skill, potential skill. We got another legendary offering. Nice. You can lock, by the way, if you want to. I think you can lock it and then wait. Or maybe you can't lock it. Anyway, we're just gonna go again here for the skill potential and the nice stats. Okay, we got a 30 skill potential. And I think we're going to go for that. We just want to get to that skill upgrade as quickly as we can. Got another legendary. Whoa. That is crazy. This is not even legendary. This is red tier. That's the highest I've seen. Now, you know, I really want to get my skill potential before I proc this. But this is going to disappear then. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pick up both of these. We'll use them both at the same time because you can do that. We're going to get a lot of stats for that. Get some more skill potential. The next 3 refreshes cost no refresh attempts, sets all 3 stats to their average value, then increases each one by 50. Isn't that crazy? All 3 stats to their average value, then increases each one by 50. 50 bonus? I'm gonna go for that rather than the refresh attempts. Okay. Now, I want to go for one that has multi-stats on it to get the 50 trigger. But I think for right now, let's use a refresh attempt. We got another potential skill. Come closer, pet me. This is... Wait, do we go for the 30? Just go for the 30? I think we can go... We can go for the 30, but I don't want this... Takes effect immediately after use. I don't want that to be wasted or something. So I would have preferred to find an actual stat granting thing. Okay, we got a legendary, a bunch of stats here. Let's go ahead and proc this. Now, how do... Oh. Wait. Oh, you have to click it. You have to click it to use it. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. It's not going to proc on everything. Wait a second. We got a bunch more refreshes as well. I actually don't know what happened with that. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of confusing. I honestly think now you just go for the highest quality thing. You just go for your stats. If you get potential skill along with it, that's fine. But other than that, you just go, and I keep getting my refreshes kind of restored. You just try to look for that high quality thing, like a yellow or red tier is basically what you're looking for. You got a yellow tier right here, okay? We're getting closer to another potential skill. Oh, we got a red. And you get 5 refreshes reset each time? That's crazy. Got a nice red one here. We want to do that. So yeah, you guys are basically getting the picture with how this training is working, and it gets kind of like a non-stop cycle of going back and forth of sweeping. And you can save, or you can just do this if you just want to use it. I think also if you get offered these good quality things, that makes it really valuable. And you can refresh 5 times each time, which is crazy. Bask in the Sun is big. But I think we're going to just go for stats alongside everything. So let's go ahead and use that. The next 3 refreshes cost no refresh 10. I don't like that one. Raises the lower stat to 100% of the highest stat. That can be good on the red quality that has massive changes. Even this one could be decent, right? 30 and 70. I think takes effect immediately after use. It's kind of confusing, like, what is going on here. Or maybe you want to combo it with multiple pieces. Like, if we do this and then do this, is that gonna combo? I don't even know what we did. Anyway, guys, you're getting the point. That is Gabumon training done. Agumon training we did as well. So now that we've upgraded our Digimon a bit, let's go ahead and go back over to this 210 and let's try to use some of the record formations and see how they're gonna go. Roll in, and by the way, if the hero is at Supreme Plus, it basically means 1 copy is good enough, because this is what all of your heroes are gonna get boosted to. So this is the formation that they're recommending right here. You want to have Freerin in the back, and I guess Agumon should be in the front. And you should probably run a good artifact, like if we have this physical damage dealer. I was thinking, like, you know, we could run, like, let's do Rollin up front and let's run Vanguard spell, right? Because Rollin is going to be a magical damage dealer to boost Freerin damage and Gabumon damage. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to work. Pandora. I mean, double Freerin with the Rollin is pretty crazy. Just blows it up. Okay. So I think probably it was more about team comp than anything to clear that. But anyway, guys, that's what you're going to want to do here. If we take a look at the challenges now. Recommended upgrade Yamato and Gabumon's average stats to 1,000. 1,000? We're not at 1,000 yet, right? But you know, if you're using this Rollin Pandora Freerin team. Oh, you can only use one of them here. Okay, so these challenge stages may only have one of the specific heroes. As you guys see. Okay, they're trying an interesting team comp. Anyway, we're going to go for the Vanguard spell. We're going to go for Rollin up front. We're going to go for Gabumon. And they have Mihira Peggy. Although Pandora was also a good option. Anyway, let's go ahead and see how this is going to go. So you can definitely use the record formations. I think Freerin combo with Rollin is going to work out really well for a lot of people. And again, 1 copy of both of them is going to get the job done for this event. But yeah, I mean, the specific challenge stages, which will only lock in one of your different Digimon, you want them to have higher upgraded stats. But again, at the end of it, it just comes down to your team comp more importantly than actually your Digimon's training or upgrade level. So that's why you could save your resources and your tokens for training on later days, or you can use it today as well if you want. You do want to do the training, you just want to use the training to increase your stats. That's the most important thing. The potential skills is like it's not as important. Like, you can save them up and you can use them all at once, but like, this is not, it's really, you're just going for the stats, and you want to try to get like the highest tier, whether it be yellow or whether it be red. There's not much more strategy to it than that, at least from what I've seen. Oh, by doing the encounters, you can actually get the energy drinks for training, so you don't even have to use your tokens if you don't want to, and if you want to do some training. So that would have been better, and that would have been smarter. But let's go back to this challenge stage. Let's just finish it all up right now, and then basically call it a day. for this event. So as you guys see, it's a pretty standard event. It's just basic board game, just a bit of activity needed, and do your dailies and stuff, and then you should be all good to go. Do your encounters as well, like recruit in the Noble Tavern. You know, you can keep up with all of these encounters, and you can save your limited trading tickets for later on. Now let's just go ahead and finish off the event by going to the actual challenge missions. You're gonna get a good amount of stuff here as well. This is for shop currency. Now adventureware is gonna be the actual shop. Now it's actually nice. Look, so you can already get, these are S level copies of Yamato and Gabumon. If you hardcore focus this event, I think you can probably get potentially all of these copies. I don't even know if you can get it today, but maybe by tomorrow or the day after, you will probably be able to get most of these copies already. And you're going to get a bunch of cool emotes. I'm very excited about the emotes. I love using the emotes in game, and I'm always looking forward to new ones being added. And so yeah, I'm really happy with this. I like this Agumon, the sunglasses one, a lot. I think that's really cool. It reminds you of the Chippy laughing emoji that we have, but this one is with Agumon. I think it's cooler. And yeah, I mean, it's a simple event. It's simple, guys. You're going to clear out the shop early on. You just keep up with your things. Make sure you're running a good team with like Rollin and Freerin. And even at one copy, they're boosted up to Supreme Plus, so you're going to have no trouble. So that's as simple as that, guys. So if you have any other tips for the event, feel free to share that in the comment section. That is always appreciated and can help others out. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and if you're looking for information on Agumon and Gabumon, should you be pulling them, where's a plan there, I will be making videos about that as well later on, when there is a bit more evidence of their performance. So thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this video, and if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.